Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Brotherhood of the Trident, and I would like to give you my personal opinion on five battles that we will be
Are
covering later down the line. Hope to turn this into kind of a mini series on battles that are underrated in history, and once I'm able to learn and properly use an animation software, I hope to give you a proper professional presentation of our ideas. We will also be practicing a lot more on our vocal skills so that you're not stuck with our annoying voices all day.
wow.
And I would like to thank you for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and enjoy. So, to kick this list off, I would like to start off with the Battle of
London.
London, 1307, between the Scottish forces led by Robert de Bruce and the English king and his court. Now, if you're someone who likes massive cavalry charges against pikes, then you're gonna like this, especially people who have watched The Outlaw King in the end with that massive cavalry charge
No
against the
spoilers,
Scottish with
guys.
pikes. I'm sorry, but they're spoilers.
Wow.
So, if you like that, I highly suggest you check out The Outlaw King if you haven't checked it out already. I mean, like, if you haven't checked it out, then why are you still here? Anyway, so moving down the line, I'd like to hand it over to Joshua to introduce us to the Battle of Foul Creek, also with Scots.
Alright. So the Battle of Falls Creek in 1297 was a very, 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 very decisive victory in the Scottish War of Independence. The Scots were led by William Wallace, the defender of Scotland, against the English crown, King of England, basically. And so I like this battle because it shows how technological how a big technological advancement happened for the English. So I didn't really want to talk a lot about this battle, but I'm going to anyway. So anyway, in other battles I'm gonna explain how they won the battles, like a sequel to this. We're gonna explain how the Scots won the Battle of London and how the English won the Battle of Foul Creek. So this next battle is gonna come on. I'm gonna pass it back to my brother Gareth, and he's gonna explain the Battle of Arcole.
Hey guys, Arcole. Now, if you're a big fan of Napoleon, especially the First Coalition, I know I am, then you're gonna love this battle. Now, the Austrian generals had to break the siege of Mantua, so they planned to launch a two-pronged attack at Napoleon. However, with his superior tactical awareness and the skill of the Grand Armée, they were able to overpower the Austrians, defeating them, routing the army, and taking 4,000 prisoners of war. Now, the next battle that I would like to talk about is the Battle of Verneuil.
Alright.
And for once, the Italians actually do something competent.
Yep.
Now, on the battlefield of Verneuil, the English come out of a forest. Now, the English army, now at the time, is heavily reliant on the longbow, and to very great effect. It's been used at battles like Crécy, Poitiers, and the most crown of all English achievements at the time.
Agincourt.
Yes. However, the Milanese mercenaries that the French had employed had a trick up their sleeve. See, when you drench armor that came fresh out of the hot press into something like oil or water, it becomes super. It changes the molecular cell structure in the iron and the metal, turning it into quite
Death
literally
machine.
impenetrable armor. Now, there was a brief skirmish between Scottish longbowmen and English longbowmen, which the English won, forcing the Scottish to retreat. But the ground began to shake. It began to shake so violently that men were sometimes getting
And the
thrown
English
onto
were
the
like,
ground.
wait, what?
Now, the
What's
English
that?
army knew what this was, cavalry, of course, so they rushed to hammer in their stakes. Once they hammered in their stakes, they let loose a couple volleys of arrows, and to their shock and their utter horror, the Milanese mercenaries on horseback still sat tall in the saddle, with arrows sometimes sticking out of their helmets in their breastplates. But the man continued to ride
Sounded
towards
wrong
them.
though.
Once they reached the English line, the English archers knew that they had truly messed up. The mercenaries crashed into the English line, sweeping them aside. Unfortunately, though, the Italians still quite are incompetent. Leaving the battlefield, instead to loot the English baggage train, leaving the English men-at-arms with a clear chance at taking on the French knights and soldiers. They brushed the French aside with no ease in a humiliating battle for the French and Scottish, sparing no one.
And the only people who were left there were the Scots and the Milanese. Once the Milanese knew what was happening, they fled the battlefield. The Scots were just taken prisoner.
The Scots actually didn't get any quarter. The English gave no quarter to the Scots. Now,
Submit.
I would like to thank you for watching this video.
Wait, what?
This was just our personal opinions on videos and battles that we will cover later on.
Thanks, guys.
Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and stay tuned for future videos. Thank you. Stay safe. Thank you.